So if I go to the police website, and you have to forgive me, if you're from Wales, my pronunciation is not great, okay? You guys don't use the vowels enough and I struggle. So Ricky was 31 when he went missing. He was last seen on CCTV around 2:30 on Saturday, November the 18th, 2023 in Maes-Y-Deri in Aberaman. 1 year after Ricky's disappearance, so this was from the police. We're still hopeful members of the public might have information. Since Ricky went missing, we have undertaken extensive searches with our specialist search officers. They've just literally found nothing. I'd like to reiterate that the investigation remains ongoing, and I would like to ask for anyone to come forward who may have anything to help. So this is what they're saying about the man that was found. They're saying detectives face a new mystery after a new digital recreation of a man's face could help them work out who he is, 18 months from his highly decomposed body being found in a remote mid-Wales reservoir. The discovery of the man, who was wearing nothing but a £200 XXL wetsuit, sparked extensive police searches and international appeals, but no loved ones have ever come forward. Specialists at Liverpool University have now used photographs, dental records and a CT scan of the man's skull to reveal he had striking facial features, including an overbite. And I can't work out if that's what Ricky has with his teeth, if that's an overbite. Ultimately, we're trying to do as much as we can to identify and return him to his family members. The mystery of the man in the wetsuit grabbed people's attention across the UK after police first appealed in October of 2024. Early that month, so he went missing in 2023, 2024 they find the body. They find a man's body floating a few metres out from the shore at the Clearwen Reservoir, the largest and most remote series of reservoirs in the picturesque Elan Valleys in Powys. Police teams searched on foot by boat looking for the belongings. Nothing was ever found. No bicycle like he rid to the area. No way of him getting there. No hiking equipment. No bag. No nothing. Right? Due to what the reservoir's depth, the water can cause cold water shock and signs warn against swimming, etc. 55 people die in inland water across Wales every year. And then it goes on to say, where's that thing I saw? It said, so far the investigation team has established the body found was a white male in between 30 and 60 and was about 6 foot in height. So we'll have a look at Ricky's comparison in a minute. The wetsuit he was wearing was classed as an XXL, which gave us a weight range of approximately 200 to 220 pounds. And that's pretty much what we've able to establish. And I just think that's quite striking. I really think that's quite striking. So he's 5'7", so they've guessed around 6 foot. So he's a lot shorter than this guy, but they're working from a skeleton. I don't know what they've kind of. I'm surprised that the mock-up they've done, they couldn't age the skeleton, because I've seen it done so many times. I was surprised they couldn't narrow it from. They've got from 30 to 60. That's a massive jump, and I don't understand why they can't be more specific than that, because we've seen them age skeletons many times before. We've seen them age it from the age it comes from. We know they've aged it very close within a couple of years. So they say 30 to 60, Ricky was 31. Now I was trying to think to myself, what would be the reason why, if it was Ricky who'd gone missing, something happened to him, whatever happened, why would he just be in a wetsuit in the middle of nowhere? But if you were looking to hide evidence, maybe you would take someone's whole belongings and just place them in a wetsuit. I don't know. I really don't know what the reason would be. I can't even say it is Ricky Harris. I could just say it's very striking, the similarities between the two pictures for me personally. I'm hoping maybe they'll just do some kind of DNA comparison. They'll try to find something, because I'm surprised they're not using genetic genealogy more in this country to actually at least find what area someone's from. Are they from Wales? Are they European? Just to find out more information, which they don't seem to have done. To say the body you found is in between 30 and 60 is a massive difference, isn't it? Massive. I don't know what you guys think. Can you guys see the similarity in this or not? Or have I gone mad? I can't have gone mad, because a lot of people on the video did say they saw similarities. Very strange. I think so. I do have contact with one of Ricky's family, so I may message him this morning and just ask, morning, mind your business. It's even the mouth for me. The mouth, because obviously they're working off of a skeleton, so it's not going to ever be particularly 100% on what the man looked like. Yeah, that's what I thought, Shona. But they say he's a white male, so I take it they've done some kind of testing. They said the teeth were unique. Thank you, Yaz. Thank you, Mina. They said there was an overbite. So if you look at the man's teeth on here, he has kind of like on the left side of his mouth some kind of like messed up teeth. I can only describe it that way. And Ricky similarly does. Can you see that? Now they say that the man had an overbite, and I would say kind of Ricky looks like he does in this picture. I also think the nose is almost spot on. I think the ears, Ricky has quite large ears, right? And and I'm talking about this in a forensic way. I'm not meaning to be offensive in any way. I see a lot of similarities. And even the eyebrows, like you just said, and look at this bit here, the really deep lines here. You know what I mean? I have the quite deep lines there, right? And so I'm not being offensive. The body was found in Elan Valley in Powys, I think. Thank you, Yaz. So in the reservoir. And I was trying to... Mel, I don't know if you messed back. I asked what the distance were between... If they were kind of... But then I suppose you could be taken anywhere in Wales anyway. I just think... I really want Ricky's family to have answers anyway. I just think they look very... very similar. I mean, if you added hair to this guy here, I think you'd have the same. The same. I don't think the police haven't guessed. I don't know if they haven't ruled him out. It was just a last minute thing where I literally saw the post. Ricky's been missing since November 2023. The body was found in 2024. I saw the post this morning, kind of clocked it, thought I'll make a video later because, someone who follows me may know who this man is. And then when I got home from the school run, I had like 50 comments on my Ricky Harris video from 2 years ago. And it's not often, thank you, Louis, it's not often that you'll see a video that you did that long ago all of a sudden have an influx in comments unless something has happened, like Ricky's been found, etc. So I clicked on to read the comments, and all of the comments were, oh my God, Ricky Harris has just been on Sky News. And I'm like, what? So I went over and had a look, and I'm like, oh my God, I see what they see. And I just think this is really worth... it's Elan Valley, E-L-A-N Valley in Powys. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying there because you're missing out vowels. So he was found in a reservoir. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing Kirsty in my head. I was like, why would he have a wetsuit on? But perhaps if something really bad happened to him, whatever, perhaps they took away all his clothing and they put him in a wetsuit kind of to hide everything. I don't know. Like, I just see mad stuff. From where from? Elan Valley's in Powys, the reservoir, and he's from Aberaman in Maes-Y-Deri. I know I'm saying that wrong. I know I'm saying that Maes-Y-Deri thing wrong. I can't speak like a Welsh person, but that's the places. I know I'm not good at place names. 2 minutes. Thanks, Hal. So I think it's worth considering. It's worth considering if a man's gone missing in Wales for a long time ago, and then in 2023, and then in 2024 a body's found and they can't. Maes-Y-Deri, thank you. It's really, really worth considering, right? Because if you don't know the case of Ricky Harris, he was seen outside of his property. He went out that day shopping with his auntie, who drove him around a lot. She dropped him home. He seemed absolutely fine. He's seen walking out of his building, never seen again. 64 months. It's not that great then, is it? It's not that great away. Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you so much. Just because they found him in 2024, the body was severely decomposed. He could have been there the whole time. He was 31. The body, they say, was anywhere between 30 and 60, which is a massive difference. I know his family. Let me go to this because... So let's go to this. So Ricky's family have not seen or heard from him more than a year. Now they've received a disturbing message. Let's see what that said. The family of the missing man fear he may have been murdered, so they approached 20 months with no answers. Nina said Ricky seemed like his usual self that day. However, she noted it was strange for him to have... Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Yaz. It was strange for him to have requested a lift that day. She noted for what would have been a 5-minute walk. So that seems like he was scared, right? He phoned his auntie. They don't know, poorly. He phoned his auntie and was like, can you take me somewhere? I'll have a look in a minute. And it was 5 minutes away and she's like, are you not going to walk? I don't think he would have put it on Marion, but someone could have put it on him if they wanted to get rid of everything that he owned, hide all evidence, make it look like an accident. Why not put him in a wetsuit, put him in water? It's actually quite genius if you think about it, especially if you leave him in there so long that you can never find a cause of death. So she thought it was strange that he asked for this lift, and she said he actually looked a bit shifty and nervous that day, maybe as if maybe he owed someone money, someone made a threat. Now, only 19 months on, someone revealed that the family got a message saying he'd been murdered and buried under gravel. They said his family had a right to know. The police said, let's look. At first we had a little bit of hope. So that's all it really says. It's been 20 months. Honestly, I've got contact with his family because they contacted me about doing the first original video. So I'll check in with them this morning and just ask if they've seen. I'll do it now actually because I don't want them to think I'm talking about it on TikTok. And I just was so spun out this morning when it first came in and people start commenting. Let me go to my messages and I'll see. I've spoke to her a few times about what's going on with Ricky's case, because I just think they need to at least look into it.